would love to play first. Thank you for asking, Magic Online. I think we're pretty hard-pressed to mulligan an opening hand that has lands and the card our deck is named after in it. This is a sweet deck because we actually want to draw the card our deck is named after. The Grixis deck was very, very bad. Burgle, don't lie to people. Is it possible to gain enough life to get around Storm? Usually it is not. When the Storm deck goes off, it can grape shot you for well over what your health total is, generally speaking. Burgle, stop it. You're the worst. Stop it. That reminds me, I should update the Stream Decker. In a moment, there will be a deck list on your screen. There is now a deck list on your screen. I'm just really glad they kept Stoneforge Mystic banned in Modern, because it would be incredibly unfair if a 2-mana creature existed that when you untapped with it, you were extremely likely to win the game. That's completely unreasonable. That when you untap with a 2-mana creature, you often win the game on turn 3. That wouldn't be fair. Alright, we've got 2 Damping Spheres, 2 Rest in Peace, and 3 Leyline of Sanctity. Get to trim Settle and Karn. What else do I want to cut here? Does my Dono get Grizzle Oozed played today? That's a good question. If I have time for a 5th deck today, I will play Grizzle Ooze today, Zero Forever. I'm not 100% if we're going to get time for 5 decks, though. Grizzle Ooze will be at the top of the queue. So that means if we don't get to it today, we'll get to it tomorrow. Probably trim an Angel. I'm going to trim these and leave the Bygone Bishops. YOLO. Yeah, you're not wrong. If this is, if it's an 03 the league day, we'll play. So sometimes the days we 03 a bunch of leagues are like blessings in disguise because they let me clear a bunch of decks out of the queue in a very minimal amount of playtime. I regret nothing. Darkspear, Magic players always want hard and fast absolutes for stuff like that, and the answer is always, it depends. The answer is, which lands are best for you depend on what spells you're casting, and what the composition of your deck is. No, I don't think so, Burgle. I think we cool. You just gotta believe, Bergs. You just gotta believe. Soul's Attendant punching the clock, doing God's work here. Now we're gonna path our own Squadron Hawk. I don't know how Storm can ever beat Damping Sphere, chat, so we cool. We do have multiple 8 pieces. Look no numbers with the $10 support. Things Obstructionist countered yesterday. 2 consecutive fetch lands by Mardu Pyromancer. Expedition Map, Teferi Chuck. Terminus Miracle. Whew! Whew! That one, Terminus Miracle. That one makes me a little bit hot. I'm not gonna lie. That Terminus, stifle your Terminus Miracle. That is, yep. Like, I haven't even gotten to Stone Rain people with that card yet. But stifle your Terminus Miracle, draw a card. Nice. Nice. Yeah, Obstructionist really overperformed. If you stifle, it still goes to their hand. I'm going to path my bird on their turn, yep. Don't apologize, Amped Phil. I don't fault, like, not everybody has, like, building decks, especially new archetypes, is a learned skill that takes practice. I hope I was specific enough on the feedback that I gave on why I felt it came up a little bit short. But you definitely shouldn't feel bad that your deck wasn't amazing. Like, I accept lots of decks knowing very well that they're probably not amazing, and that's okay. Something that makes Magic interesting is the exploration. Holy Diva, speaking from experience, standards are overrated and take people's money to play Magic cards that they want you to play. For people wondering why I didn't play a card last turn after my Oketra's Monument, it's because Damping Sphere is symmetrical. I'm doing pretty alright, Johan. Life is swell. Life is swell. Any reason not to Bishop first? I'm going to kill them before these clues matter, and I want to make sure I leave Path to Exile up this turn. Yeah, I'm still a little bit congested, but I don't have a sore throat anymore. I've been sleeping well, so definitely like a solid 6 or so. How about if we just get this out of there? It's going to be the 4th deck I play today, Apostle Man. Whether or not it's going to be the last deck is going to depend on how long it takes me to get there, but it will be the 4th deck I play today. Okay, well, they shot down our squad a little bit here. But that's fine. So let's go Honor the Pure into Bygone Bishop. I correct this in case I find like another path or something. They're dead next turn regardless. It's possible I should just play the Auriok Champion and have them like overkilled on board. Did I have lethal with Shefet? I totally did. I'm dumb. Thank you for pointing that out. I deserve to die here. Shefet Dunes was 100% lethal. Maybe. They do have to go through Wet Ball and Leyline here, so I'm feeling pretty okay. We have them dead through Empty the Warrens as well. What's going on, Stu? Yeah, it's good. Magic's a sweet game. I'm very lucky to be able to play so many different things. I don't know if I'm a fan of Wizard's Retort. It seems really clunky and expensive. I feel like the matches where I want Wizard's Retort, I'd rather just, like, have more Disdainful Strokes and stuff like that. Also, like, Wizard's Retort in my deck full of Mutavault seems a little ambitious. I actually want to try out... I'm going to try... When we play Blue-Red today, we're going to try out an Unsubstantiate. Or 2 Unsubstantiates over the Vapor Snags. I'm interested in playing... That's another like, tempo card that's come out since the last time I played that archetype that seems pretty powerful. I feel like I'm supposed to keep any hand that has one of my 7 pieces of hate in the opener. I wonder if this deck's supposed to run some fetch lands to Mistveil Plains Squadron Hawks consistently. I feel like there's a non-zero chance we're supposed to do that. I don't know what that is, Dafara. So no, I didn't consider something that I don't know what it is. Links are helpful. I'm gonna play Green-Black Elves today or tomorrow. The decks I am planning on playing today are currently listed in my stream title. So you can always get an idea of what to expect by looking at the stream title. If you open the donation queue yourself, I also flag the decks that I'm planning to play today as today. For those of you on the desktop, there is a donation queue widget. That's blue-black, right? Oh, wait. Weird. That's a weird build. The URL is wrong. It says blue-black. So, next turn, we drop Honor the Pure and another Squadron Hawk. Those cards don't serve a similar role in the slightest, Apostle. Those cards are functionally very different. One of them is a card that attacks your opponent to death. The other is a cancel a lot of the time. I think a big part of what makes Wizard Retort not good enough in the Blue-Red Fairies deck is the fact that Delver stops being a wizard when you flip it over. If you could flip your Delver and then have it be protected with Wizard's Retort, I think it would be pretty reasonable. But the fact that you can't do that, I think makes it pretty awkward. Here's my best piece of advice for people that are interested in Modern. Brewing in Modern specifically. Don't play individually weak cards. Playing individually weak cards is not a good way to win matches of Modern. It's a good way to die with a bunch of individually weak cards clunked up in your hand. They put Pyretic Ritual and Manamorphose in their hand with this first one. Let's see what they grab with this next one. They have Echoing Truth in here so they can get rid of our Leyline. They took Desperate Ritual and pieces of the puzzle. We are unfortunately 2 points short with the Shefet Dunes. Fortunately, we never drew another hate card. It is good deck building to be in favor of raw power over synergy, especially in a format like Modern. In order for synergy decks to be good in Modern, they need to have extremely fast and powerful combo kills. The Grixis Reveler deck was very, very bad. You'll be able to find the archive on my YouTube channel as always. We're deterministically done at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and concede. They picked up a Past in Flames, they're gonna go to some rituals, cast Past in Flames, and go through their stuff. While we're waiting for the second match in this league to pop, I'd just like to thank everyone for hanging out here today. Welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. Without them, I wouldn't be here as often as I am. You can also support my stuff by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. I love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. Honey would love to save you some money. Honey is a free browser add-on that when you install it via bit.ly/HoogleHoney, you'll support my content here at no cost to yourself. What Honey does is quite excellent when you're shopping online. It looks at the stuff in your shopping cart that you're buying anyways, and it searches online for coupon codes automatically. If it can save you money, it offers to save you money, and if it can't save you anything, it leaves you completely alone. Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. Christy and I have been sleeping with Lisa for the last 6 weeks now, and we really enjoy it. It's first time we've ever had a foam mattress, and I don't think we'd ever go back to a traditional pillow top. You can save $160 or more on your new Lisa mattress by checking out bit.ly/HoogleBedUS and bit.ly/HoogleBedCA. And of course, we'd like to welcome everyone out there to Hoaglandia. Please talk to your friendly neighborhood moderator about receiving your complimentary timeout. We had a bit of a rough first match there against Storm. Our one Singleton hate card usually isn't enough to beat Storm. Usually need to see a couple in these decks that don't have any other type of disruption. So we were one turn short racing with our Squadron Hawks before the opponent was able to combo off through our Leyline of Sanctity. My trader's code is purely for buying cards with them. Valdor, thanks for checking out Honey. I appreciate it. I don't know if I'm a fan of Grim Lavamancer in the blue-red deck or not. I know the one that 5-0'd had 2. It's definitely a good card, but I feel like if I'm going to leverage my graveyard extra in the blue-red deck, I'd rather do it with something like Harvest Pyre, because Harvest Pyre kills large creatures that the deck has a hard time dealing with. You did not, Zeke. You've got a boot there for a 3 to 6 month subscriber. This hand's pretty mediocre, right? This is almost the same hand, but it has a Settle the Wreckage, so I guess I'll take it. Zeke! Oh, I'm just dumb. Thanks for the 4-month resubscription. You're not dumb. I appreciate the continued support. Having to refresh is really awkward. Asurin M Star, thank you for the 6-month resub. Thanks for the half a year. Welcome back. Ah, a Ponza strategy. Good thing our deck's a little basic. Our deck's a little plain. Our deck's a little something something. Exclusive cards. Thank you. Thank you for the 5-month resubscription and welcome back. I do appreciate it. We're only going to grab two squawks with this, because if we grab 3, it'll make us have to move to hand size. Lightning Bolt Mahawk, deal. General Snarf Snarf with that 2-month resub. Thanks for deciding to re-up here. I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me employed. Yep, SCG usually shows up to a vendor at Grand Prix. No, I don't think so. That's why they run their open series. Take my last bit. No, literally, before you dub me. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my last bird with this one. How much should I prioritize my 401k? You should talk to someone that actually is familiar with investments. Is the best piece of advice, especially if you're going to have an adult job with some extra money to invest. As a random internet viewer, I can tell you you should definitely put in whatever the company you're working for is willing to match. And then past that, you should max out an IRA every year if you're looking to invest in your future, your retirement. But I would recommend talking to an actual person, not just listening to random strangers on the internet. Roth. Right, I always forget there's multiple kinds. Yeah, the Roth is the one you want to max. Max, whatever they let you put into a Roth every year is what you should do. At a minimum. Alright. I have a bunch of 1/1s as well. Yes, I'm just going to play my squawks out here. And then next turn, we'll be able to play Archangel and, like, make our birds huge. These are my birds. My birds are amazing. Molten Rain, rude. If I put water in my whiskey before 10 a.m., does that make it PC? I don't know. I'm not an expert on drinking rules. Who's excited for this Archangel of Thune? Oh no! Oh no! They found our weakness, chat! Our card has protection from our deck! Oh no! And gosh, we have this Settle the Wreckage. We have multiple dragons? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is the combo, chat. For people that are wondering what this deck's doing, this is the combo. Play your Whitemane Lion for 1 mana. Make some things, gain some life, pick your Whitemane Lion up. Hold on, folks. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again! Grow, my children, grow! Just a little 4-card combo, you know, no big deal. All the best combos in Modern involve 4 cards, chat. All the best combos in Modern involve 4 cards. But we're gonna bring in some Settle the Wreckages. Because we need to exile Dargans. We need to exile some Dargans. Oh, Dargan, my Dargan. Am I just cutting Karn because they're too aggressive? Or is this matchup going to grind a little bit? Do you think this matchup's about being aggressive, or is it about grinding a bit? I got you, Green Sky. I feel like I want to cut Honor the Pure, actually. I feel like, especially with their sweepers post board, Honor's probably a little bit medium. I can see Sundering Growth being okay, too. I don't know that I really want to cut anything else that I have. Let's just run it back. Trim a land. They're playing the stone. We're playing against the Stone Rain deck, chat. I'm not trimming a land. Are y'all psychopaths? Trim a land. Trim a land. Y'all are crazy people, okay? Would just like the record to reflect that y'all are crazy people. Remember that time my deck full of basic planes didn't have a basic planes? Are we dead, chat? I feel like we might be dead. They have Ghostly Prison. That's interesting technology. Huh. So we're definitely boarding in these Sundering Growths for game 3. Is psychopath a medical condition? Genuinely unsure, willing to learn. Is psychopath a medical term? It is. Alright, yeah, I can see that. As defined by the DSM-4, it is not. Look at that. Look at that. That's an actual answer. Okay. Look at that. All the people in chat. Be informed. Be informed. Psychopath is nothing. Look at that. Look at that. I'm always willing to be wrong and to learn. No, the reason why we don't use the term retarded or retardation is because those are medical terms. That's where those words orientate from, originate from. That's why you shouldn't use those as insults and punchlines. I think we might be dying, but we're like gaining enough health that we're like stunning the blows. If I draw a land this turn, we'll probably keep up. I guess I want these Sundering Growths. It's fine. Like, not amazing, but fine. Chamber and Monument is pretty sweet, along with the Lion. Need to draw some lands, but, like, that's going to qualify for most of our hands, especially in this matchup. Grixis pile was real bad. Real bad. No, we just don't play a ton of tiered decks on this stream. We still play memes during the rest of the week. I just don't give them special allowances. We just play the queue in order. Take one more draw step here before I concede. Alright. Oh, I could have been playing this, right? I missed a thing there. I'm dumb. I missed a 1-1 there. Because this I could have played and triggered the Genesis Chamber. Small mistake on my part. Super dead to Titan and Dragon. I guess if it's Titan, I have these Path to Exiles. A Braid Rune. And we're dead. Alright, well. We might get to a 5th deck today, chat. We might get to a 5th deck today. When I open the queue back up, the review process for decks that I allow in is going to be slightly more strict than prior. No worries, Stinger. I mean, people that continue to play games like that one that we just played, like, those people really don't value their time. Those are games that they're like, not only are they not going to win them, but having watched other people that stream Modern on Magic Online, most people sit there and complain and are miserable the entire time they're losing that game. And it makes for such bad content, in my opinion. I'd much rather just be like, well, let's move on with our life. Sometimes you get dumpstered and you just roll on through it. No, I'm not going to have a separate queue for me Mondays. You're not being critical and learning most of the time, Flippos, if you're just sitting there being miserable. It's not about cracking down on memes, it's about not accepting things that are just not functional, or accepting less things that are more likely to be non-functional. Opponent accidentally F6 their first turn. Been there, done that. And it's more so the repeat decks that end up being awkward. Like the Grixis Reveler deck we played before this, we played that once through, and it wasn't good the last time we played it, so like, once we play something through the first time and it's not good, we'll be rejecting it the second time. Karn's about to be real good at their own control. It's okay for decks to have bad matchups, just don't expect me to play the bad matchups on stream. Like, every deck in Modern has a number of bad matchups. Like, that's okay, that's how the format works. Okay, hopefully Karn's about to punch the clock and go to work here. This is my Howling Mine. Plains or Field of Ruin? Quite the decisions. Weird that they gave me the field over another Plains here. Feels strange to me. All donation decks get submitted via the form below. So there is a link under the stream, big button that says submit deck, or bit.ly/Hoogle submit. Find lots of stuff on there. We do have a Grixis Dragons deck in the queue with the new Bolas in it. Field the white source, they discarded a Plains. That's a little aggressive. Some of these decks have two Plains. They go to Path this Soul's Attendant. I'm going to pick it up with Whitemane Lion. Because Delver's still a really good Magic card, even when it only flips 1/3 of the time. Is the answer. Delver's good even though it only flips 1/3 of the time. Delver gives that deck a modern nut draw. Delver is the card that says, oops, I win the game. Karn is brutally effective when all of our cards are equally bad. Right, Diva? Good news, we're not running out of basic planes. Yep, Delver randomly steals games. I've played the archetype without Delver. It is worse. You want the Delvers to randomly kill people. It is a card that, emotionally speaking, makes you feel bad. It is a card that isn't always going to flip, and you're going to get this feeling like, oh, I could have or should have won that game, and I was just really unlucky, and it's why I didn't win that game. My Emeria for all of my planes in my graveyard. For all the creatures in my graveyard, I mean. I grab this squawk here. How many squawks do I want to play out is the question. The Spell Snare? Logic Knot, maybe? You are welcome to submit a deck that's already in the queue, Sampon. There is a form for submitting, a Google form for submitting new decks to the queue under the stream that gives you the details on what you need to do to submit a new deck to the queue. If you want to bump an existing deck in the queue, that's different. So if you use the form, I assume you're wanting to add a new deck to the queue. Nice, Omnifect. Username checks out. Why do you think Delver... Why do you think you see Delver less at paper tournaments? I mean, are you implying that we see Delver more online? Because Delver isn't really popular anywhere on Magic, on Modern. It's not a particularly popular card. In order for Delver to see more play somewhere, it would need to see any play at all. Gunchimaru with the 6-month resubscription. Pick up your training sword and prepare for the knighthood. Thanks for the half a year of support and welcome. I appreciate it. The other thing is, too, is that, like, Modern's a format where, you know, everybody plays the decks that they like playing. Like, do I think the Delver deck that I've been playing is tier 1? Nope. Most decks people play in Modern aren't tier 1, though. Is it a deck that I enjoy playing? You better believe it. The deck's really sweet. I enjoy playing it a lot. It's a great draw. No, definitely not Larinax. I want to save my fields for their colonnades and their search for Escantas. All right, I think I actually have enough pressure in play here that I don't really want to play. I guess another Squadron Hawk puts lethal in play. I think I'm supposed to just pass here. Correct, Tempest. The thing that's most important to remember about the Magic decks you're playing is that even when you are winning a significant amount at Magic, you're not actually making that much money if you break it down to an hourly rate. So, Magic is a game that you should play to have fun, to enjoy yourself. So, like, if you have two decks and you enjoy them both the same, sure, play the one that feels more powerful to you. But if, like, you have 2 decks and you're like, well, this one's a little bit better, but I really dislike playing it, don't play that one. Don't do it. I feel like a lot of people, especially competitive-minded Magic players, and I've been there, get so caught up in the EV or the value of the decisions that they're making that they lose sight of what a game is supposed to be. Snap Electrolyte is a little bit brutal. Getting kind of punished for not extending here. Start with this, see where we get. And that's the big reason why Modern is such a good format. It's a good format because the decks that are the best decks in it aren't light years better than the other decks that exist. Alright, they didn't sweep, they didn't block there. And the fact they didn't block makes me feel like they don't have a sweeper. So I'm going to put out another thing here. I think I'm going to hold the last one back here. No, I think I want to keep Karn going. I feel like if they hit a sweeper, keeping Karn alive is a thing that's going to let me win the game through a sweeper. So, I think Karn's just going to be an endless stream of cards this game. Just like my personal Howling Mine. Don't attack, 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 don't attack. For those that are wondering, an attack there means they're sweeping the board. Yeah, but the goal here is to overwhelm our opponent with our mediocre cards by just having a lot of them and having them make extra tokens and giving them 1/1 and stuff. Am I supposed to do that? I feel like I'm supposed to do that. Could get settled here. But, YOLO. Oh, we're gonna get Cryptic commanded. I forgot to activate my Karn. And now he's gonna get countered on the way back down. This dubs Cryptic. Could be logic not to. Should have activated Karn before I did anything there. Got too excited. Small mistake on my part. Corporate Karn will not forget our treason. And it makes sense that, like, our opponent has a pretty high card quality in their hand because, like, they've been filtering with Search for Azcanta every turn. And you're dead. Alright, I'm gonna bring in Sorcerous Spyglass over these Path to Exiles. I probably just don't want any of these paths, right? Bring in Rest in Peace as my other 2 cards. I don't really have anything else. Settle the Wreckage is pretty awful too. Maybe bring in a Sundering Growth. Hey, Foodie with that brand new Twitch Prime support. I know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting my content this month with that. Welcome. How quickly do you think you would burn out if you just ground one tier 1 modern deck for a really long time? I'd probably stop after a day or 2 and just go get a job. I think it seems pretty good. I am streaming from a Linux computer right now. I'm streaming from the Ubuntu-based Bodhi Linux, which is a system that I help maintain with some friends. Friends and colleagues. Morel Ashton, thank you very much for the 2-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Alright. I think I'm actually going to wait on the Squawk because I want to use it with Oketra's Monument. Neardo, 29 months. That's such a long time. Thanks a lot. Welcome back, bud. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Tinny, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. So, well, now that we have I was going to just start slamming these when we only had 2 of them, but since we have 3, it's just like windmill, windmill, windmill. Can you answer this one? Can you answer this one? Can you answer this one? The answer is... Actually, that reminds me of a story about the kid. So Declan's almost 4, so he's 3.5. 3 3/4, 3 1/4. I don't know. He's a little over 3. And he's been doing this thing now where when he asks you a question, he tells you the answer he wants to hear right after. He'll go up to me like, Daddy, can I have a bagel? The answer is yes. And it's just like, oh, kid, that's not how that works. Hey chat, did you know if you have an Amazon Prime sub, then you have a Twitch Prime and you get a free subscription to a streamer of your choice? Thank you, Blue Newbie, for picking my stream for the 7th month in a row for that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This Bygone Bishop and this Squadron Hawk are about to bury my opponent deep in the ground. Deep, deep, deep in the ground. I'm playing your Naya Landfall deck at my shop tonight, and I have a few sideboard questions. How do you sideboard against control? You want to cut your removal against control. You want to cut your lightning bolts in your path to exiles. Grim Lavamancer, while not amazing, is still a threat that they have to answer. Hey chat, they're gonna path my Bygone Bishop. Okay, here's the question. I think I saved the Bygone Bishop with the Lion, right? Just like flash this bad boy in. What if I picked this up? This card actually seems kind of absurd in here. This card was really good in Standard Monument, right? It's a white tireless tracker, right? Would a Johnny's Pridemate be good in this deck? I don't think so. I think this deck already has enough individually weak cards that adding a card like a Johnny Pridemate to the mix is not necessary. How about if we all get together and smash? What do you think? Here's the real question. Am I supposed to deploy anything else to this board? I feel like I'm just supposed to keep killing them with these things I have until they make a move. How do we feel about just passing here? I think I want to just pass. I guess I could play... I'm going to play a Squadron Hawk, actually, because I have this Mistveil Plains. If they counter this, I can put it back in my deck. That's true. Getting the 2-turn clock... Well, we technically have a 2-turn clock. Getting a 2-turn clock through some removal is probably good. Because Abbey takes 5 mana to activate. So I can't activate the Abbey currently, which makes me not want to do anything. Yeah, this is kind of a nightmare for Jeskai control. These random decks like what we're playing are the decks that like make playing Jeskai control look like a really bad idea. one for one decks that are we are basically what players that play Jeskai control go to bed at night having nightmares about. If you are a person who plays Jeskai control, this is the stuff your nightmares are likely made of. We are in the mid-range bracket. This deck excels in the mid-range bracket, chat. You're very, very, very good at besting people in the mid-range bracket. Ooh! I found a piece of candy, chat. I found a piece of candy. That Whitemane Lion is really good. Really good. I don't know what that card does offhand. I don't really have a good answer for you. Now I'm going to play this Bygone Bishop. Because they don't have a Logic Knot here, Whitemane Lion's about to go to town. Oh gosh, they have a Logic Knot. That's sad. They're snap opting. Now we get to loot cats making clues! Oh, jeez! Oh, no! Oh, they floated mana wrong. Oh, no, they targeted Path Exile, but they have blue mana floating. Alright, cast this. Every time we cast this, we get a clue and a 1/1 token. 1 mana, make a clue, get a 1/1. 1 mana, make a clue, get a 1/1. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, just get him. Alright, do I play the cat again? Or do I hold this to save this? Or I just wrapped the clues all over my body. Why are there only 2 Bygone Bishops in this deck, chat? Why are there only 2 Bygone Bishops in this deck? I don't understand the choices that have been made. Maybe we should cut the Karns and just play more Bygone Bishops. And now we warp world. It's like playing Thraben Inspector without playing. It's unlimited Thraben Inspector. Can you feel the power, chat? Let the power flow through you. Don't attack me, 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 don't attack me. Yay, they don't have a sweeper. Yay. Yay. You got me. Oh. Was that a good draw? That seems like it might have been okay, chat. I feel like that one might have been decent. Are they auto-passing? Alright, so this is a moto thing. If they weren't auto-passing here, I wouldn't do this, but they are, so I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of the fact that they're auto-passing. So in paper, I wouldn't play this into a path to exile, but this is Magic Online and my opponent pressed their F6 key. So, you know, get some clues. I don't want to be judgmental, but our opponent's a little bit clueless this game. You know. I joke because I care. Where's our Gear Peer Aether Grid? Asking the real questions. No, not my birds. How will I ever win the game without my birds, opponent? I needed my birds. I needed my birds. It's not like my birds already made clues and got more birds and made 1/1s. Listen, chat, if they settle me, I'm looking forward to making a bunch more, okay? I'm not going to attack with Bygone Bishop because that's my source for clues. Settle me, baby. Settle me. Settle me. Show me the wreckage. Show me the wreckage. They're actually doing it. They're actually doing it. They're madmen. We didn't think they'd actually do it. Oh, I've got some bad news for you, opponent. The wastes are not currently particularly secure. The wastes are currently under siege. You should reconsider how locked down the wastes are. Do I want to trade my cat for their Snapcaster Mage? Yeah, that's probably fine. Boop. Boop. Pay a white, make a clue, make a 1/1. Pay a white, make a clue, make a 1/1. Do 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 do. I hope they don't detention sphere your clues, right? Whee! Are we having fun? I'm having fun, chat. I hope you're having fun at home. Alright, go. This is all I got. No, I want to leave up Whitemane Lion to defend Bygone Bishop. Do you know what's funny? Do you know what's funny? We're up 7 minutes on my opponent right now on clock. We've been like sitting here dirtling around this whole time, and we're up 7 minutes on clock somehow. They don't have Cryptic Command up. Bygone, you stay back. You're too pure for this wreckage that's about to occur. Careful, they might have Electrolyze. Damages. 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 I'm looking forward to getting a bunch of basic lands here, chat. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. We shall rebuild our kingdom, and it will be stronger than before. Oh, yeah. Is it good for you, chat? It was good for me. I hope it was good for you. How about we gain some health while we do this? Does that sound good? I don't know how we're ever gonna recover from this. I have to survive somehow. This is game 2 and we're up a game. This is game 2 and we are up a game. You think we're gonna set the clue record this game? You think this will be the most clues anybody's ever had? I probably don't need to protect my Bygone Bishop anymore, huh? The Bygone Bishop has served its role. I should change my name to Steve, yep. Alright, your move. This is all I got. Oh, I don't think I actually tweeted when I started. Alright, get our health going again. Oh, they have no cards in hand. Chat, they have no cards in hand. Chat, they don't have any cards in their hand. That's so sad. I feel like we might have... There's a non-zero chance we currently have the City's Blessing. Oh, Westvale is lethal. Did I play a land already? They brought in Surgical. I feel like as if there wasn't a way for this game to become any more of a meme, they brought in Surgical Extraction. My Bygone Bishop is gone. Bygone Bishop is gone. Oh, I didn't play my land yet. God bless us, everyone. Do. I realize I could just sack my Kor Skyfisher, but my Skyfisher is not here to be sacrificed. It makes tokens, so I'm going to make a couple more tokens. You could board Bloodbraid Elf if you wanted more grind on top of the 4 tireless trackers, but four tireless trackers grinds pretty well, to be fair. Do you like how we just, like... We won this game so hard against Jeskai control, we had 21 extra card draws that we didn't need. That is how good our Jeskai control matchup is. 21 draws on the board, didn't need them. 21 card and 49 health. Yep. All right, well, we're 1 and 2. We're rallying it back, chat. We're rallying it back. I'm feeling that 3-2 coming on. Feeling that we're in the mid-range bracket, we're in the blue-white Jeskai control bracket, and we're about to give them the business. About to show them who's the boss. But everyone's having a good Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out. Welcome, welcome, welcome. After this deck, we have some black-green rock coming up, as well as some blue-red fairies. And we'll see where the rest of the day takes us from there. Remember, if you're enjoying the content, I'm here 5 days a week at a minimum. I'm here at 9 a.m. I'm starting at 9 a.m. on Mondays and Fridays, and I'm here at 11 a.m. on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, playing tons of Modern. Those are cornfield time for anybody out there wondering what time zone we're in. If you're always wondering how we finish with the given deck, if you missed it, check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hogan. 100% of my streams get archived there. Seems pretty good. The bottom, the second monument, value. I don't go to the gym to lose weight. I go to the gym so I can continue eating like garbage and not gain weight. It's an important distinction. It's an important distinction. I'm a big fan of do what you enjoy so long as it doesn't harm other people or hurt them. So I enjoy eating like garbage. I just want to make sure I can keep up with my kids while I eat like garbage, so I exercise. But look, they could concede at any point. You are never obligated to continue playing a game of Magic. Concession is always an option. This Auriok Champion should be very good here, yeah. How much for an 80s or 90s dress-up days on stream? Conceding doesn't use the stack. That's true. Actually, it's funny. I remember in my casual Magic play groups growing up, we had a rule that you could only concede on your turn as a sorcery speed action, because people used to always concede in multiplayer games to screw with other people. So we had to implement a rule in my casual play group that you could only concede at sorcery speed. I think Blood Moon is worse than Alpine Moon against both Tron and Valakut. And I don't really think I would need to try and steal games against Jeskai. Basically, I feel like in the blue-red deck, you need to pick, do you want Blood Moon or do you want Mutavaults? And I think Mutavaults are better. How old was I when I had my first son? Well, I am currently... How old am I? What year is it? It's 2018. I am 27 and Jake is 4. So that I'm gonna leave the math to you all. And Jeff is now 45. God bless Burgle. God bless us, everyone. Going for number 3. No, I think we're pretty content with our 2. Especially with both of us working again, like, paying for daycare for 3 kids sounds obnoxious. And daycare for newborns is actually more expensive than daycare for toddlers and children. This Squadron Hawk into this Whitemane Lion next turn is going to really lock this board up, which is great. What is it? What does it come down to per day? It's probably around 26. It's like $1,000 divided by 30. Yeah, it's like mine's about $30 a day. Yep. This is one of the things I miss every time I'm on my wife's Windows computer. The quick launcher here that I can just type an equal sign into and do math in. It's one of the things I miss. Sounds like it's time for your kids to get jobs, right? Well, Jake will start full day kindergarten next fall, so we only have 1 more year with him. No, we don't have daycare on the weekends. Spend time with them on the weekends. I don't work during the day on the weekends. And Christy works the traditional 9 to 5. I think I'm gonna honor the Pure here and then play the Squadron Hawk. In China, your kids that already have 10 years work experience. I feel like the games we draw this Auriok Champion are going to be pretty good for us, especially in conjunction with this Oketra's Monument. Are they conceding? They're conceding. Settle the Wreckage seems pretty good. Bygone Bishop seems pretty medium. Rest in Peace seems absurd. I feel like Genesis Chamber is not good here because they get to leverage it as well. I still think the Black-Green Rock deck is a very good deck in modern JMP. I've just come around to the fact that I don't want to play a fair deck at a modern tournament. A deck that doesn't have a nut straw. Like, the Blue-Red Delver deck at least has, like, turn 1 Delver, turn 2 flip Delver to Mana Leak, counter your spell, like, kill you, burn you out. Like, that's a pseudo nut draw, right? Very likely public schools, Krikachu. Christy and I are still trying to figure all that out. I think we're going to be moving in the spring to facilitate being in the ideal school district. I don't know card for card what the nut draw is, JMP, but I definitely know you can kill by turn 4. You have draws that kill on turn 4, which is like the bar in modern. Is this good enough? I feel like this is probably good enough, right? We're going to move to somewhere else still in the Land of Corn. We like where we live. We just don't... We're not a huge fan of the current school district that we're in. They binned a hollowed 1, but had another, sure. Don't Sigrist me and have 3 more. I'm in Illinois. I'm about 2 hours south of Chicago. Did anybody see that game, by the way, on the Open last weekend? Sigris, like, discarded double Hollowed 1 to Burning Inquiry and then, like, played the other 2 out. It was just A+. I am in the Bloomington Normal area, that vicinity. Yep, yeah, the Wesleyan campus and the ISU campus are actually two of the places, Christine, I like to go play Pokemon Go. There's a bunch of stops over there and a lot of good shade. The kids like walking around. Good open spaces on the campus for them to run if they want to, too. What's going on, Brian? I'm doing swell. What do we got? Is this a Delve threat here? If they have a Delve threat, we might be in a little bit of trouble if we don't find a path or a monument soon. Between all the triggers, I assume I will finish my first match just before the heat death of the universe. The deck takes a lot of getting used to. Dice are your friend. I think because I drew the plains here, I'm gonna go. So if I didn't draw the plains, we were gonna field their Blood Crypt and then play Soul Warden out. But because I drew the plains, I'm gonna go ahead and go Soul Warden into Squadron Hawk here, I think. Grab my last bird out of my deck here. If our Soul Wardens, as well as us, survive to get to play this Archangel of Thune, we're probably going to win this game pretty well, right? That's pretty unfortunate for us. That makes the Archangel a lot less impactful here. No, it's referred to as the Windy City because of the lake effect wind, by and large. It's interesting that they played the land out before casting this. It signifies that they wanted to keep the land. Look at that. Cleverly hid this in the corner. Ooh. Ooh! Is that a good one, chat? What do we think of that one? Settle down over there. Settle down. I think I'm gonna chump block one of these. No, I really don't attend Grand Prix. The only event I might add to my schedule this summer is I might be going to the individual Open in Dallas in October, but that's not for sure. I'm for sure going to the Open in Indy, and I'm for sure going to the Open in Vegas. Anything else past that, I don't think I'd really be attending unless somebody sent me some dollary dues to show up. There's a big opportunity cost to not streaming on the weekends. For those of you that aren't familiar with Twitch works, every time you take a day off, basically you lose a pretty significant amount of subscriber points, and not all of them come back. Feel like your presence on Twitch has highly improved watchable Magic content. Well, thank you for the compliment, Bears. I'm just here doing what I want to do. I mean, it's not guaranteed ghosting. Like, they did throw the Bloodghast in here. This could just, like, Settle the Wreckage is a card that sees play. I don't think this strictly means my opponent's ghosting. I think they're just familiar with cards that see play in the format. This is a neat line on their part. They bolted their own thing. Hopefully we rip a land here. If we rip an untapped land here, the Archangel's just going to bury them. That's unfortunate. I'll do this. And then this next turn, I'll go block with Soul Warden, Whitemane Lion it back to my hand. I should have attacked there. That was a mistake. Oh, I could path the fish. Now I'm going to path my bird. I'm going to path my bird, actually. Do I want to path the fish or do I want to path my bird? I think I'm going to path my bird. I think I want the land. I really feel like they just can't beat this Archangel. Like, Archangel is, like, absurd in this matchup. Because, like, their Flame Wakes have to attack. Actually, I'm not going to block with this turn because I don't want to trade it for Lightning Bolt. Because, like, Fatal Push and Bolt don't kill this. I'm dead to Bolt if I don't block. No, I'm at 16 and I'm taking 9 and then I take 3 and go to 4. I'm just gonna no blocks here. Like Soul Warden into Hawk into Lion next turn just like buries them. Whereas if they traded Bird plus a Bolt for the Archangel here, I could just like reasonably lose this game. You always want to ask yourself, what's the way I lose this game? How do I avoid that happening? Was that a good one? I feel like that was a good one to draw. They had the Bolt. They had the Bolt. Ask yourself, how do you lose? And then ask yourself, can you avoid losing that way? I messed up. I clicked too quickly. This should be bigger. This should be bigger. I should have gained one more. Oh, I could have countered the Bolt by having a 4/4 Warden. That's interesting. I didn't think about that. That's a good thing to point out. All right, sweet. One more. We're 2-2, chat. I told you we were gonna run back. I told you we were gonna run back that 0-2 into the 3-2. But this one felt like a real Modern deck last time we played, and I think it's going to be again. Like to be on the play for this last one. One more mid-range deck. One more mid-range deck. Give gobble gobble. Yeah, this deck's like really bad against decks like Storm and Ad Nauseam and stuff like that. There should probably just be 4 wet balls in the board. Bottom that, looking for some lands and some 1 and 2 drops. Got Corporate Karn here, ready to lead our company to victory. Ooh! Ooh! Raging Ravine! Ooh! Ask for the mid-range bracket and you shall receive, chat. No, Ponza doesn't play creature lands. They could be some not Jund deck, but they're very likely a mid-range deck. Look, they didn't need to... WotC didn't feel the need to punch the Tron button because we're not winning. We're currently 2-2. Look, we don't call starting 0-2 the mid-range bracket for no reason, chat. You consistently find decks like Jund and Mardu Pyromancer and Jeskai at blue-white when you start 0-2. This deck doesn't play Pridemate because Pridemate is individually a very weak card, and this deck already has a bunch of individually very weak cards in it. So by skipping playing something like a Johnny's Pridemate, you increase your card quality slightly. I think I'm going to path here, just because it lets me play Corporate Karn on an empty board when I rip this land very skillfully. I love this swamp. It's so hot, so beautiful. Is Karn better than Gideon? I don't know. It's a real question. I don't actually know the answer to that. I am going to keep my Squadron Hawks back because if they play Bloodbraid Elf, I'd like to double block it. Does anyone think the new Tezzeret could see modern play? That was actually on my list of cards from M19 that I thought could be really good. Cards that generate card advantage and can cheat Emrakul into play are pretty reasonable on average. Yeah, my opponent's got a clue, eh? My opponent's got a clue, eh? They're no longer clueless, chat. So we're gonna minus Karn. We're gonna minus Karn and get this Oketra's Monument. That's... Ooh. Ooh, doggy. That just happened. All right. Well, A raging clue. All right. I'm going to risk them just killing this, but that's whatever. I don't think I can afford to wait. I feel like between Karn and the Squadron Hawks and the Monument, I just need to be aggressive here. So, like, if they're not killing... Whoa, they didn't have a bolt. That's absurd. If we untap with this Bygone Bishop, the game is O-V-E-R. Over. Dunzo. So, dear opponent, I'm asking you nicely, please let me untap with this Bygone Bishop. Please let me untap with the Bygone Bishop. Attacking Corporate Karn. What did Corporate Karn do to you? Did he buy out your company and put you out of business? It's just business, Tireless Tracker. Stop making it personal. Corporate Karn doesn't hold it against you. Oh, I'm untapping with it, aren't I? Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Can Jund ever beat Westvale Abbey flipping over if I have other creatures? Jund never beats Westvale Abbey flipped, right? I feel like corporate card gives out predatory loads, right? It's indestructible. It's indestructible, chat. It gets pathed. It doesn't get. Nope. It's indestructible. Alright, Karn. Oh gosh, Karn's gonna get Whitemane Lion next turn, chat. Karn's gonna get Whitemane Lion next turn. That's so exciting! It's so exciting! I'm enjoying your 3 consecutive opponents cursing their lives for having fallen into the Soul Sisters bracket. Right, Burgle? Wait, what? They had the terminate and they let me untap? What is going on? I don't understand. I don't understand what's happening. Somebody send help. Help. I need somebody. Help. Not just anybody. Help. I need somebody. Help. Help me. Help me. Help me. Alright, I'll stop now. Sorry. That's not true. I'm going to sing more before the day's over. If you're not here for the bad karaoke with incorrect lyrics, you need to evaluate why you're here. Hey, we are 2-2 right now, chat. Don't you belittle our magical accomplishments. We are currently 2-2. Paul McCartney. Ooh, Path to Exile. Alright, Karn. That one, please. See if my cat gets to bounce back and forth. Whoop. Assuming our opponent had nothing, we could have potentially pushed lethal there. You are correct. Play this in Indy. I'll dress as a Squadron Hawk. Stop it, Matthew. People are going to actually want that to happen. We're not here to push, correct. Push lethal. The people that want to push lethal in chat can't appreciate the card advantage that we're currently generating. Do you realize that when you kill your opponent, the card advantage you're accruing stops? You stop accruing card advantage when your opponent dies. Hey, Burgle and Matt, I'll have you know that someone not named Jeff Hogland 5-0'd with Blue-Red Delver Fairies. Thank you very much. Real living, breathing human beings can win matches of Magic with that deck. Ooh. Woo! Look at us, well on our way to a 3-2, chat. Well on our way to a 3-2. Rest in peace is absurd, obviously. Do I want Settle the Wreckage post-board in this matchup? I feel like I probably don't. If you needed any more evidence that Watsi was doctoring 5-0 decklist, I'm sure I can help you. The fairies list is proof. I guess Rip is only Goifs. Maybe that's not good enough. I'm just gonna leave the 1 in. Someone 5-0'd with a deck that's similar to the Blue-Red Fairies deck that we've been playing on stream, yes. Which is awesome. Excited to see other people doing well with it. Boarding in 1 Leyline is really silly. MTGO deck lists are posted on mtgo.com. You click the deck list button. Now, I think expecting them to cut discards a little bit silly. I expect them to have lots of discard in, because that's their way to 1-for-1 our card advantage. Listen, there's a Spell Stutter Sprite in the deck. I'm calling it Blue-Red Fairies. Play Whitemane Lion to send a message, right? Kinda extras, but like... The sweepers also need to deal with things like Oketra's Monument. So like just having sweepers isn't really good enough. I think trying to like poke through our card advantage by 1-for-1ing with this card is better. Yeah, Illness in the Ranks hasn't really ever been a modern card. The artifact we have is modern staple Oketra's Monument. Makes our white creatures cost 1 less, and every time we cast a white creature, we get a 1/1 token with Vigilance. We're currently 2-2, and we're up a game in this last match against Jund. Take a seat here before we roll on into the next one. Don't want to pump a chump here. They lily on me, I'm going to be pretty sad. By sad, I mean concede. I guess I have Whitemane Lion. Should I play the other Oketra's Monument out before I play the Whitemane Lion? What do you think, chat? You get twice as many 1/1s. Why wouldn't you want to play out the other? Why wouldn't you want to play out the other Oketra's Monument, chat? If I attempt to do this mid-combat, they can kill my Whitemane Lion with a removal spell in response to its trigger, which is less than ideal for me. Sweltering Sun's a pretty good one. You considered adding Mirror Gallery with the real technology? Well. A little bit too far behind. Yeah, super dead. Yeah. Maybe I should have just taken that first tracker hit to leave Champion insulated against Liliana. That's probably the case. I'm not sure if I want these. Remember to read the chat rules if you're going to chat. If you want to tell me how to sideboard, you need to be specific. Sideboarding is a one-for-one process. Don't just say bring in the card. Tell me what we should cut and why. I don't think Ranger Vios is very good. I think this deck already has a lot of really clunky top end in it, and getting 2 extra 1/1s isn't good enough. The Leyline's better than Chamber. I don't think so. Chamber is one of the cards that really lets us go wide, and we definitely take better advantage of that. I could see Honor of the Pure not being good enough, just because they keep our board kind of small. I don't hate that. That's probably fine. It's pretty good. Leyline is protecting us from discard spells. The opponent started the last match by double discard spelling us. We don't really have a lot of great options in the side. Yeah, the fields have been a little bit medium. I think there's probably at least one too many colorless lands in here. I think I'd prefer to have only 4 at most. Yeah, I muted eat a snack. I'll be back in a moment. They just have zero respect for this card. Just actual none. They flipped the Terminate and I was like, oh no. They're gonna kill my Bygone Bishop. And I'm like, they just didn't. It's actually not a bad idea. I mute and unmute using a hotkey in OBS now since the button on the blue microphone sucks, but I could definitely pop something up when I mute and unmute. That's probably a fun idea. No, I'm not going to slam Lily for 3. I don't really care about this card. Yeah, like Bob's on our team. Let's go. I've played 0 games with Unsubstantiate. Andrak. Andrak, did you change your sub name from someone else? You have a 2-year sub badge, but I don't recognize your username, unless I'm just really bad at this. Yeah, this one we probably need to kill. And by need to kill, I mean we can't, so we're probably just going to race them. Attempt to race them. I avoid my computer blue screening by using an operating system that doesn't blue screen. It's a good system I've discovered. So they have Fatal Push here, which I think means I just want to ship into them and hope this Dark Confidant kills them. Colonel Panics are resolved. Look, I've used Linux for a long time. Number of times I've gotten kernel panic is few and far between, especially on a system with functional hardware. Like obviously blue screens and kernel panics are going to happen occasionally on systems where the hardware is failing, but alright, Bobby. I wonder if they're going to edict themselves this turn. Like there's a non-zero chance that happens. Alright, guess not. I don't play video games. The only game I play is Magic Online, and it runs fine on Linux. So they have Terminate here. They could edict themselves to kill Dark Confidant. Yeah, Overwatch runs fine via wine as well. That is also true. Overwatch runs perfectly fine via wine. Hearthstone does as well. Show me Bloodbraid Elf. This is about the average length league for an interactive deck. Usually about hour and a half to 2 hours is about how long they take. Dying definitely went quickly. We definitely died very quickly. Pass the turn here. Okay. That was a weird play. That was a weird play. You're not wrong. They have two different ways to kill their Bob on the table. Okay, they found one. Got it. Well, that's a lot of lands. All right. This a concession lockup? All right. Well, we were a real modern deck. Yeah, we definitely wouldn't have won this without Leyline. It's actually super good to point out. This deck, I don't know. If you're really into basic planes, this deck's probably fine. I'd maybe replace like the main deck Settle the Wreckage because it's kind of cheeky, and maybe play another Bygone Bishop. Possibly be fine. I'd get more Damping Spheres in the sideboard. These Sorcerous Spyglasses are probably some nonsense. Just like Max. One of the losses we took was the Storm, so I'd probably want to Max on that. If you like kind of a cheeky deck that's good against Solid One, though, this deck's kind of funny. Although, I wonder... Part of me wonders if maxing on Auriok Champion's not just great, because this card's really good. And I'd probably also cut at least one of these fields and play another basic planes, just to, like, make Auriok Champion a little bit less awkward. I don't know. I kind of like Genesis Chamber, because Genesis Chamber is, like, more Oketra's Monuments. I wouldn't play Emeria. I don't think you really need that effect. I like Genesis Chamber as, like, Oketra's Monuments 5 and 6, basically. Yeah, I think with how much Mardu Pyromancer there is in the format, I'd play a bunch of copies of this. I'd probably max on this. Like, if you only wanted 8 soul effects, I'd play 4 of these and then 4 1-drops. At any rate, we're going to move on from this one.